Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So today, I want to talk about Solana Avalanche, two of my favorite L1s. And I'm going to show you guys best ways to earn money, how to make money on both of these projects. And there's many, many ways to do so, besides buying, although you can just stick with buying. So let's get started. As always, smash up the like, subscribe to the channel. 2 streams almost every day, 11:30 and 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Apologize for being a little late tonight, but that's why you want to hit that notification bell to get notified, and follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and check out all the latest news, article, and guides at CryptosRUs.com. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Saturday night for most of us in the U.S. I was taking a nap right before this, so I apologize. But let's get to it. Well, you can see Bitcoin is now above 42,000. So the fear level is a little bit lower. You know what? In fact, it jumped quite a lot. This morning when I was streaming, fear level was at 10. 10, which is pretty much the lowest it can be. And I told you guys, every time it hits 10, that tends to be a good buying opportunity because there tends to be a bounce. Although, if you look at what happened when we hit 30,000 last year, we did have several times where it bounced from 28, 30 up to about 35, 36, and it came down. I mean, it stood there for a little bit. So this morning, obviously, we did hit kind of like rock bottom, at least for most people. And that's when Bitcoin fell below 41,000 and went down as low as 40,500 and kind of stood here until it bounced up. So now we're above 4,200, and somehow that 2,000 makes all the difference in the world in terms of fear. It seems like a lot of people became a lot less fearful now that Bitcoin is back within this range between 42.5 and 41.1. So that's always positive. But I told you guys, you know, Bitcoin will get through this. It always does. It always does, no matter what, right? It finds a way. And remember what I said this morning. It's very important. It's very important. I said, when you're at that point, let's say you're really fearful and you're at that breaking point, that boiling point, and you really, really can't stand it anymore, and you're about to make a rash decision such as panic selling, I told you guys, wait one more day. Because usually when you're at that point, you wait one more day, and that's when things usually turn around. And that's what happened this morning. I bet a lot of people said, I couldn't handle it. You know, I have to get out. And I'm like, just wait one more day, and things are looking much better now. And let's see what happens tomorrow, because this could be the reversal point. This could be that point that Bitcoin starts rallying from. So let's see what happens. But there are a lot of whales that decided to take advantage. Here's a whale that just bought 510 Bitcoins. This is just a few hours ago. There's another whale that bought 1,300 Bitcoins. And then there's another one that bought 914 Bitcoins. These are all different whales. They're not the same entity. So obviously many feel like, well, this is the time to buy. It may or may not be the bottom, but it's a good buying opportunity. So we're going to stack up. So that's exactly what some whales did. So again, when it comes to Bitcoin, you know what? There will be volatility. There will be times where it seems like it's really, really bad. But if you stick through it, you have patience, you have the conviction and faith, well, good things are coming, right? So Bitcoin is looking much better right now, even though it's only 1,500 point difference between this morning and now, right? It's not like we rallied 15,000, but just 1,500. But it makes a world of difference, right? I get it. All right, so the two, moving on to the main topic, which is about Solana and Avalanche. Obviously, both of these have sold off quite a bit. Although, if you look at it for last 90 days, well, one is still up significantly, and the other isn't down that much, despite the fact we did have some volatility recently. Let's look at number 5, Solana, right? You could see that today is starting to climb, okay, in the green. That's positive, but obviously down from its high of 260. So there's quite a ways to go. But you could see that the last 7 days, yes, down 20%. Last 30 days, down 21%. But last 90 days, only down about 5%, which isn't too bad, right? So I want to talk about Solana a little bit, ways to earn on Solana. Also, Avalanche was sitting at number 11. You could see that it's down a little bit today, 7-day, 30-day, but up still 47% within the last 90 days. So Avalanche is still holding very strong, but of course at $85, $86, it's off from its high of 146. So again, great buying opportunity. If you're looking at DCA, you're looking at dollar cost averaging, right? Both of these are prime candidates. Although Solana, a little bit more VC involvement. Okay, I have pointed that out before, but that didn't help. That didn't stop it from before, right? So Solana, I still think is a great hold. But Avalanche, I think, is even better hold. I actually do really like Avalanche. I still think they're very early, but what's surprising is Avalanche now has more TVL than even Solana. So think about that. But I do like both of these. So let's get to it. Okay, first of all, just to show you guys, total value locked from the DeFi project. You have Ethereum still the big dog, then Luna, and the reason why Luna is so high is because of Terra USD. And Terra USD is still making me a lot of money every single day on Anchor. But if you go to Binance Smart Chain is next, then you see Avalanche and Solana pretty much neck and neck. They flip-flop every so often. I mean, flip positions around 10.64 billion and 9.77. That's why I want to cover these today. All right, let's start out with Solana. You guys know that Solana, there's many things going on in Solana, right? But in terms of staking, it couldn't get any easier than just clicking a button and that's it. And it's from one of the most widely used wallets already out there. First of all, let's look at Solana. How much rewards can you earn? Well, right now it's averaging about 6%. There's a lot of delegators out there, and basically all you're doing is clicking a button and you're staking your Solana into one of these delegators, and you're helping the network, okay? You're powering the network. That's exactly what you're doing. So you could also choose to, I'm sorry, I said delegator, I mean validator. You could also choose to run a validator, but you're not getting much more. You're only getting 0.5, 0.6 more. So in my opinion, it's just much easier to delegate than run a validator. But how easy? Well, a lot of you guys have heard of Phantom Wallet. It's basically equivalent to MetaMask solely for Solana, and it's great. You could trade on there. You could collect your NFTs on there, right? And you could also stake. You could stake Solana from within. So if you're holding Solana within already, all you have to do, and they even have a very nifty animation right here, all you have to do is click on pretty much stake and select a validator, and that's it. That's pretty much all you have to do. So right there, you can see, click into it, you'll find a validator, and it's, roughly about 6% right now. You basically put in how much you want to stake, you hit stake, and then it stakes. That's it. That is it. That's as easy as it comes, okay? And now, you may be wondering, do you still control your keys? Do you still control the Solana? Yes. This is not through a centralized exchange or anywhere else. This is you on Phantom. It's a non-custodial wallet, which means that you control your key. No one else does. And when you stake, yes, you still control it. You can unstake very easily, but that's it. And all the rewards just start accumulating and it goes directly in your wallet. So if you have Solana, right, you're holding Solana, there's just really no reason why you would not want to do something like this and just earn that 6%. 6% is, I know you're not going to get a ton every single day, but it's pretty much free money. I mean, it's pretty much free money, so why would you not do it, right? So that's the easiest way and the decentralized way and a non-custodial way. But if you really just wanted something easy, you didn't even want to do this, you don't know what a phantom wallet is, you don't know how to install a mobile wallet, which you should look up, because it's just a matter of, you see this button right here, you add to Chrome, add to Firefox, and it installs, and it like literally you're done in 5 minutes. But if you really didn't want to do that, there are a couple of centralized options. For example, Voyager app, and all you have to do is keep Solana on there, and it gives you rewards. You don't have to hit stake, you just have to keep it in the wallet. Although the minimum monthly balance is quite high. So you see Solana, they will give you 3%, but you have to hold 300 Solana, which is equivalent of over $40,000 worth of Solana. So it's not for everyone, okay? But Voyager is very easy to do. I have some cryptos on Voyager too. You just leave it there and then you just collect the rewards. Also, someone like Crypto.com, they do have it, but again, you need to have substantial amount. Like for example, if you do stake it for about 3 months and you have over 40,000 in CRO staked, well, then you could collect good interest around 6.5%. And that's even higher than what you would get had you delegated to a validator, right? But if you're like an average Joe, you hold less than 400 and you want a flexible term that you don't want to do for 3 months, right? Well, then the Solana reward is down to 1%. So in terms of centralized options, there's not that many good ones. Okay. Now, besides these options, there is one other option that is very valid, and that is, well, you go to their biggest AMM, which is Radium, okay? You can see Radium has 1.3 billion locked in. It is the biggest DEX on Solana, and this utilizes Serum as a protocol and Serum as an order book, which is very, very interesting. And that is the reason why Radium could trade and has limit orders just like a centralized exchange. So you could use it like that, but of course you could use it like a normal DEX and you could swap. Okay, so just to show you, this is what it looks like. You swap between Radium and Solana and all the other projects within Solana. But because it is a DEX, it is AMM, you could provide liquidity, and there are pools and farms, and you can even stake. For example, if you go to liquidity, you can add in, okay, say you want to add in a liquidity pool, you could do Radium and Solana, you select, and there you go, you have to put the equivalent amount. And there is something else that's called permanent loss, okay, and I will explain that in a little bit, but just to show you guys the type of rewards that you can get from Radium by providing into a liquidity pool. Well, you could see, like, for example, the top one, Solana and USDC. You could earn about 23%. There's many others in here. Solana and USDT, which is a stablecoin combination, about 12.71%. Serum and USDC, 13%. And there's some other ones that are smaller. Atlas, Star Atlas, you know, the play to earn game that is coming up. Star Atlas, USDC, 9, right? So you could also contribute to a pool and earn double-digit rewards, okay? And lastly, just for Radium itself, although it has its own token, I just want to mention it, within the DEX, you can stake. You click up here and you could stake, oops, that's not what it is. You could hit stake and you could get about 19.29 APR with it too. So, pretty easy to do, right? And all of this can be done through the Phantom wallet, okay? So you see there's a connect here. You want to connect and it's going to ask you for a Phantom wallet, and basically you're doing all this through Phantom. And again, yes, you are in control. No one's taking anything from you, right? You are in control. So this is the final thing I want to talk about in terms of Solana. There is a lot of ways that you can earn money simply by utilizing what you have already. Now, liquidity pool is a little bit a different beast, and I'm still starting to learn. I'm still trying to learn of it, but the impermanent loss thing is a concern. So it's a little bit more complicated than I imagined. But when you're putting into a pair, let's say you're putting Radium and Solana as a pair, right? If one of the two tokens moves vastly away from the other one, well, there may be a situation when you unstake it that you're actually getting a little bit less than what you put in, because when you stake, you're actually getting equivalency, like a small percentage of the overall pool. So it's a different way to look at it. It's a different way to look at it, but by staking into a liquidity pool, you do earn a tremendous amount of APR, and you collect a small portion of the trading fees from the DEX. So overall, that is the reason why you can get something like this, okay? So Radium and Serum, you're getting about 60% APR, and there's many others in here, right? So that is the reason why. All right, now let's move to Avalanche. Avalanche is almost as easy to stake as Solana, but not quite. But the good thing is the rewards to stake Avalanche is higher. So you can see yearly return right now, APY is about 9.77. That's almost double what you get from Solana right now, okay? So that's quite a lot. That's quite a lot. Now, Avalanche doesn't have its own browser-based wallet. It does utilize MetaMask, which is good. But also, they do have their mobile wallet, which you can download from... Oh. Sorry. My wife wanted something, and I told her I cannot help her right now because my show is more important. All right, so there is a mobile wallet that you can download. I mean, it's a mobile wallet. It's like their own lightweight wallet. And if you want to stake, basically, you click into the side and you go earn, and that's it. You can delegate, but you at least have to have 25 Avalanche, or you can run your own node, which requires you to have 2,000 Avalanche, AVAX, right? So you could definitely choose whatever you want. And this is the easiest way, I think, to stake Avalanche and earn close to 10% yearly rewards. That's not bad. That's more than what you would earn from stablecoins on most of the centralized platforms, right? I mean, even BlockFi with 9.5 APY on USDT, this is even higher than that. But of course, you can earn more by going to a DEX, an AMM. So there's two popular ones for Avalanche. The bigger one is Trader Joe. Okay, I still don't like that name, but it is what it is. But Trader Joe does have many pools, and you can stake within as well. So, you know, just like the other ones, you can see APR over on the side, right? There's many options to choose from, and some are goes as high as 43.3%. And you could also stake. If you have Trader Joe token, well, you could stake, and the APR is actually quite high, 41.77%. That's a lot. That's a lot, right? So, and then you also have another AMM or DEX is Penguin, and they have similar, but they do have, you know, more options in terms of these liquidity pools, and basically you're providing liquidity into these pools so that others can trade using these pools. So you can see, like, here's one with a Penguin and an Avalanche. You're getting total APR about 21%, and that includes the swap fees and just the overall rewards. And of course, you have Avalanche and Tether, and then you have Avalanche and USDC, and there's many others in here, and they range anywhere from, you know, 30-something%, and some as high as even, 66%, like Spell, which is another one in Avalanche. This is 66%. And some of them are even higher than that. I don't even know what FRAX is, which is 72%. And here's one, Yak, for 71%. So you get my point, right? There's a lot of pools that can contribute quite high APY. And also, you can also stake Penguin too, and you earn about 30% overall APR. So a little bit lower than Trader Joe, but still very, very, very good rewards. All right. That's pretty much it. That's all I want to talk about. I mean, like I said, guys, one of my big goals in 2022 is get involved with DeFi, right? And if you have these tokens already, if you're holding Avalanche, you're holding Solana, there's no reason why not to earn, especially during, times like this where it's a little bit scary. You may not even want to DCA, although DCA on the dips is a good idea. But let's say you didn't want to, you're out of money, or you think that it's not the right time, right? Well, another way to make money is simply to stake, right? And it's really that simple. I was going to give you guys an update on DeFi Kingdoms, by the way, which is on Harmony. And based on what I staked, which is a good amount, but I staked about $81,000. I don't have it up right now. But I've earned over $900 in a single day. That is crazy. That is crazy. This is the reason why DeFi Kingdom is so hot, right? But of course, I want to give you guys a disclaimer. The higher the interest, the more risky it is. I heard some people, and people have mentioned this before, and there is a project I'm not going to name right now that's on top of Avalanche that is giving out crazy, almost 70,000 APY, right? I don't trust it, but many people are utilizing it. But there's so many things in DeFi. It just really depends on your risk level, and these are just the lowest there is, especially if you're just contributing Solana or Avalanche to the network. There you go. There you go. All right, guys. I don't know why I did that. Let's just do Q&A. Scrolling up, Stake Gala, yeah. I mean, literally any project that you see here, you can stake. You could stake or mine, okay? There's a few exceptions like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin right now that are mining. But everything else is proof of stake or some variant of it. And you could stake. So if you're holding on, you just have to do some research, right? If you have it on exchange, it's very hard to stake. You can't do much. If you're on Gemini and Coinbase, there's very, very limited options, okay? But there are some options. But if you really want to add to the decentralized nature of, powering a decentralized network and making sure that you own your own keys, right? And you want to feel good about it while earning more, well, then you have to figure out how to get off those exchanges. And many times you do it through one of the provider wallets. And there's some that you can do through a hardware wallet like Ledger too. Let's see. Let's see. All right. Let's see what else. I'm trying to catch up here. Mason put in caps. You could lose all your money liquid farming. Of course, there's a risk. That's why they're high. There's many that have been hacked, rug pulled, right? But again, the higher the APR, the more risk there is. I mean, even Mark Cuban, and happened to Mark Cuban, even though he won't admit it. With Iron Finance, there was a bankroll. Basically, a whole bunch of people sold off. There wasn't enough liquidity. Everything went to zero, right? And it was about 1,500 or something like that APY at the time. There's always a risk. But, you just have to figure out how to minimize your risk, right? Let's see. What's your take on EOS going to 2022? Also, change your opinion on XRP. No, because I've known about XRP ever since the beginning. My opinion is not going to change. And EOS is a project I've given up on long ago. So there's much, much, much better L1s out there, including the two I mentioned today. I'd much rather hold Solana and Avalanche over EOS. The EOS just have not made any progress within the last 3 years. Yeah, Ray's Cali says, what about Exodus for Solana? There's an asterisk there, okay? Uh, Exodus wallet is pretty good in terms of it's a desktop wallet and a mobile wallet. And yes, you can stake directly within. But myself, I have been hacked before with the Exodus wallet. And a viewer also emailed me not too long ago saying they got hacked. Because Exodus does not have 2FA built in. So basically, when you go in, they ask you to provide an email and they will send like a recovery phrase to it. And using that, you can recover. It's basically like your seed phrase. But the thing is, even with it, you need to know a password. It also asks you to create a password. And somehow, hackers have found a way to crack that. Because in my case, I did realize that, and this was years ago when my email got hacked, they did use that, but they were able to somehow bypass the password, and they're not supposed to. And I think it's because there's no brute force protection, and you could just brute force through, and there's nothing stopping it from detecting that. And someone else said this happened to them too, except they swear that their email did not get hacked. So anyways, my point is, I don't trust Exodus that much because of the lack of 2FA. You can integrate Trezor hardware wallet into it, but most people don't. But like right now, any wallet I use has to have biometric or 2FA turned on or both. No emails, no text. Those are just horrible ways. Julio asks, what are top 3 wallets? I mean, there's no top 3 wallets. It depends. But if you're in a Solana ecosystem, Phantom is definitely the biggest one. And it's the easiest one, right? In terms of universal wallets, non-custodial wallets, Trust Wallet is fantastic. It basically supports every single crypto out there. And they have dApps integrated. Even a Coinbase wallet. Coinbase wallet is different than Coinbase Exchange. Okay, there is a Coinbase wallet that's also very similar to Trust Wallet, and it's a fantastic thing. You don't have to have a Coinbase account to use it. And of course, hardware wallets like Ledger and Trezor, there's many different variants of it, but those are really good ones. But I've come to love mobile wallets. I think mobile wallets is a good in-between. Very easy to use, very safe. You still control your own keys. Very easy to recover as well. Just not as safe as hardware wallets, but the convenience is so much easier because it's on your phone, right? You have your phone at all times. Let's see. Russell asks, question, if you're a loss on a solid project like VeChain, do you sell and buy during the bear market or hodl? See, the thing, Russell, you just don't know. First of all, do you know we're in a bear market? In my opinion, no. Second of all, when do you know the bottom is? Because if you sell and it reverses upwards, then you're buying back and you have less vet. So there's a lot of question marks. In my opinion, the best is just make sure you have enough cash on the side so that if it does go down, you DCA into it. You dollar cost average. You bring that average down. So when things recover, you're in the green. That's why I stress so much to have cash on the side. Anywhere from 20 to 30% so that you can take advantage of days like today, right? So that, I think, is the best way. But, you know what? Let's see. James says there's much better rewards. Of course there is. There's many, many, many other projects. This is the whole point of DeFi. Okay? There's many ways to make money. There's many ways to make money. But, you know, of course, I don't know all of them. But I'm giving the easiest ones, the ones that I know about, the ones I've heard about, more trustworthy. But there's just a ton out there. There's many ways to make money with DeFi. Wallets are so confusing. Not really, Jason. They all serve the same purpose. You have an address, a public address. That's how you send money to it. And you have a private key or a recovery phrase to get that private key. That's really it for the wallets. There's really nothing else, right? And of course, you can send out of your wallet, but wallets are actually very easy to understand. All right, I think I'm out of order in terms of my questions here. Digital Digest, thank you for that. Cardano can't be traded on Coinbase. Okay. Cadena right now, you mine. It's actually, it has its own miner, but on one of the first exchanges that listed Cadena, CoinMetro, you can actually stake on there, get up to about 20% APY, which isn't too bad. Darren asked, do I use MetaMask? Yes, I do. Like for DeFi Kingdoms, you have to. Harmony integrates with MetaMask. Also Avalanche, also many others. Let's see here. Are you staking in StormX? No, I don't really like that project too much. I'm more neutral on them. I know that they were high flying before, but I just thought they're just way too early. They didn't have that many users. Is that a cup and handle formation in the 15 and 30 and 1 hour BTC? Well, maybe. Looking at this, it's hard to see. Maybe over here, right? You know what? Not a TA guy. Let's see here. What else? Are you still interested in Cadena? Yes, I talk about Cadena all the time. Does Phantom have hardware wallet? No, it does not. What happens when Anchor Protocol yield reserve goes to 0? Why would it go to 0? I mean, it could happen, but right now there's no indication that it'll ever get to 0. Grab a bottle of Dimple Pinch whiskey. I have so many bottles right now. I've been trying to lay off the bottle, okay? Lay off the sauce, so to speak. So I had enough of buying bottles right now. You only need 3 Solana and Voyager, not 300. Well, they must have this wrong then, because they have this listed as 300 Solana. I kind of figured this didn't make any sense. Why would it be 300? That's just so much for more normal people. So maybe that's 3. I don't know. But Voyager is very easy to use. It basically, you just deposit in and you're done. But the problem is it does not allow you to straight deposit or straight withdraw many of the tokens that it has. So sometimes once you're in, you have to like swap it to something else before you can get it out. And there's been periods before where it's slightly delayed. So Voyager's not perfect, but it is alternative. Ally says rate hikes. We knew about the rate hikes a while ago. Market doesn't care. The dip is normal behavior for BTC. People want to look for reasons. I don't agree there. Even though people knew about rate hikes, they didn't know about the Fed getting rid of their balance sheet, right? Trying to decrease that. That's what spooked the market. And tech sold off. Tech sold off hard after that came out. So I don't know if I buy that completely, but I get what you're saying. There is. And of course, people have mentioned about Kazakhstan, right? What's going on there, the rioting, the power outage, the miners being shut off. So that could have something to do with it, but think about this. if the miners don't have electricity, how are they selling, right? So I don't know if I completely buy that either, but probably a contributing factor. Just like when Bitcoin went to 30,000 and stood there for a long time, right? I think the big reason why, not only because of Elon and ESG FUD, but because China kicked out the miners, and then they had to sell off to liquidate because they had no choice or they needed money to move elsewhere, right? And a lot of them did move to Kazakhstan, so that's the reason why it was there for so long. And we're in that period too, but we will get through it. I mean, we've been through it many times. We got a period over here that was kind of scary. This period, obviously, right? This period, obviously, and right now. All right, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. Overall, guys, things are a little bit better than this morning. Fear level is not as high, so that's good. Let's see what happens tomorrow in this coming week. But in the meantime, what we need to do is stay strong and stay focused. Dollar cost average if you have the ability to, because we have a lot of discounts going on right now. And you know what? If you hold on, if you're holding on a lot of these crypto, why not stake it? Utilize DeFi for its intended purpose, help power the network, and get some good rewards from it, right? So take advantage. All right, guys, smash the like, subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Take care. Bye-bye.